Rick Moser of Moser Realty in Fancy Gap, Virginia. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and I'm going to show you how I cut your prescription reading glasses in your American Made, American Dream number 21, color 2, which is the wood blue, because it brings out your eye color so well. But this is turning into my best-selling frame. This is a blue wood texture on here, and of course all American Dream frames are made in Nashville, Tennessee. If you don't believe me, assembled and crafted in Nashville. This is the AD American Dream 21 in the 52 eye size, 17 bridge, color 2. So let's begin. I'm going to take out the original demo lenses, place your frame into the tracing element of my blocker. Oops, wait. You are Secret Agent 457. This is the 457th volume of my 250 million part series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. You will be barcoded into my computer, so should you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can cut them, and normally I would mail them to people, but I will deliver these to you. 457. So now I can hit start. A little stylus is going to pop up and go around and trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic, American-made, American Dream frame, and you'll receive one free pair of clear single-vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they are prescription or not. That is the shape that we will be cutting today. We, the royal we, I will be cutting while you sit back and watch. Now, your pupillary distance, which is the center, starting at the bridge of your nose and going outward in every direction, is your pupillary distance, which is the near PD is 62. So the computer starts at 32.5. I'm going to tap this minus button a few times till we're at 31. Okay, kids, here's something new optically. Normally I would raise the optical center height up because you're looking through the top quadrant of the frame, but these are reading glasses for all the paperwork he has to do when selling houses and all that other stuff. I have no idea what he does, but it's a lot of paperwork you have to go through. And so I'm going to keep the optical center in the center of the frame because a lot of times he may be looking downward at a laptop or looking downward to read paperwork. So I'm not going to adjust that. I'm going to keep it in the middle of the frame. So let's come down here. Your right eye reads plus 50 sphere, plus 50 sphere, no astigmatism correction. I'm going to take your lens out of the protective packet, put it in, let's make sure everything is turned on. Put it into my Marco 101 lensometer, put the power drum on plus 50. And normally if there was any astigmatism I would rotate the lens, but you have the same power all over the entire lens, so I'm just going to find the optical center of the lens and place one dot in the center. This is the right lens. I'm going to do the same thing now for the left, which is plus 75 sphere. You only need magnification. I'm going to have to turn the power drum to plus 75, and I'll check that for you a little bit later. And again, I'm going to put one dot in the center. And this is the left lens. Now, if anyone missed any of that, let me recap. I'm telling you, that joke gets funnier the more I say it. So here's the right lens. I'm going to place that onto the platform. Now, this is a block, if I can get them out, that is. This is a block, or as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I need two double-sided adhesive stickers. Let me grab a couple. Now this is going to be mounted on my new shelf. You got right here, the shelf is going to go right there and I won't have to reach around anymore. So I'm going to stick this onto the first block, do it onto the second one. Now on the back is a little silver button. It's going to do its job twice today. I'm going to tear the paper away to make the black side sticky. The magnet is going to attach itself to something magnetical there in the arm, and that's what holds it in place. I'm going to place that black dot right there, which is right in front of the optical center of your lens. Hit that button, the arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the unright lens. The lens that ain't right, just like me. And again, I'm going to put that black dot right there. Now, the blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. If you were to measure vertically and horizontally, that is dead center. Your eye is just inset from there. Your distance PD would be a little bit wider, but your eyes actually converge together when you read. Hit that button, the arm comes down. Your eyes not only come together, but they drop down here. So that's why I'm going to keep the optical center exactly where it's at. Now, this is the edger. This is what costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out and buy their own. Then you can cut your own lenses at home and you won't need this guy anymore to do it for you. But I'm going to do it today because I'm going to make fun of Rick while I'm doing it. I'm going to press this on there. Actually, let's pull up the shape of the computer. That is the shape of the lens we'll be cutting. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high-index plastic, or Trivex, I would select that. Those are different lens materials. Better yet, to be determined later, TBD. They're going to come out with some lens material, and I'll be able to cut it then. But these are polycarbonate. I'm not going to polish the edge of your lenses because they're not going to be seen in this frame. I'm not going to put a safety bevel onto the rear convex surface of the lens, the front surface, because it's not going to protrude out of the front of the frame. And normally, I put a safety bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens, and even though that's not going to protrude out of the frame, I still do it anyway, because as I push the lens into the frame, I want the lens to be smooth against the surface of the front surface of the frame. I'm going to go ahead and let the magnet do its job a second time today. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I don't know this machine well enough yet to call it Chuck. That's right, more bad jokes with every pair of glasses sold. So I'm going to hit the green arrow. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that the lens is large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see it's just going around tracing the shape. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you will have none in this frame. Of course, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses made from the same material that our soldiers wear in combat zones. They have 100% UVA and UVB protection, as well as a premium scratch coating. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes. Unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun, there on the golf course of Skyland Lakes in Fancy Gap, Virginia, this sunscreen is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Now, if you see light flickering in the background, that is water there to catch the optical sawdust that comes off of your lens. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now, water will spray onto this lens for the last 20 seconds just to wash away any optical debris that may be on the edge of your lenses. So now your lens is getting the V-shaped bevel put onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Just a moment ago it was flat just like a nickel. I could take it out and it would stand up on the counter like a nickel would do, but now it's getting the knife-like edge. So water has begun spraying onto the lens, which tells me it's in the last 20 seconds of the cycle. Little lever is coming into view. At the end of that lever is a small spinning wheel. That's what's going to apply the safety bevel to the rear concave surface of the lens. Now, I do cut very strong prescription lenses all day long for free when you buy the frame, and sometimes the thickness of the lens causes it to protrude from the back surface of the frame and come into contact with the cheek on a plastic frame, although there will be none on your prescription, but this is a routine procedure I like to do. I'm going to open that door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just have to stare at it for a couple hours, but I can do it. So I just want to dry your lens off. Let's see if it's, make sure there's no more optical debris around the edge of your lenses. Let's see if it fits first time around. I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner first using my thumbs, press down at the nose, and it snaps right in. I'm going to do the same thing now for the left lens. Press that on there. Put the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, the Chuckster, the Chuckarama. Okay, this is not Saturday Night Live. Let's hit the green arrow, which is start in every language. Chuck's making a copy. The Chuckinator. So, alright, I'm just here to entertain myself. The lens is going around tracing the shape of the left side of the frame. And again, measuring, the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens to know exactly where to place the bevel. So you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. And of course, you've got no edge thickness whatsoever in this great American-made frame. Can I just keep talking about American Eyewear? Great company. Anyone out there who's in the business, you guys need to pick up this collection. They just posted on Facebook last night a great story about who they hire, the veterans. They get people who know what they're doing and are committed to their cause, and great company to work with. They are rather new, at least to me. I just picked up the collection. This is now my best-selling frame. I'm the #1 distributor here in North Carolina and very proud of that fact. So, I've taken the block off, I'm taking the sticker off, I'm collecting them, I'm making a monster. This is going to turn into a great work of art one day, but nothing gets thrown away. So I'm going to come down here, back to my lensometer. I'm going to read, normally I would have to adjust the axis wheel. I don't have to do that on your prescription because your lens is completely spherical. I'm going to read the power of your lens. And I'm getting plus 50, exactly halfway between 0 and 1. Now the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, starting at 0 and goes up from there. You are far-sighted, Rick. Actually, you're nearsighted. Your prescription is -75, -50 with a 150 add. So I've given you plus 125 of reading power, which brings your right eye up to plus 50. So you need 2 steps of magnification to see right here. He sees great right here. But the problem is so much of his paperwork is done right here, so he needs that extra magnification. And over-the-counter reading glasses are too strong. So that is why I'm custom making a pair for him. You need 2 steps of magnification for the right eye, 2 steps of magnification for the left. Now, he does spend a lot of time doing paperwork. As I mentioned, Rick Moser is not only my neighbor, he was the realtor who sold me my weekend getaway place in Fancy Gap, Virginia. We're on the 9th fairway of Skyland Lakes golf course. But he helped me purchase my house. He was nice along the way, explained everything to me, did the walkthrough, did the inspection. He's even available to do the winterization when I don't go up there in the wintertime. Not only that, my wife went up there one day with my mother-in-law. Her car wouldn't start in the cold weather. He went out, jump-started her car for her. He went through the house to make sure that, checked all the pipes, make sure none of them were frozen. He's available to winterize anyone else's. He's an all-around great guy. I can't say he's a great golfer, but that's okay. I told I had to make fun of him once, but he's a great guy and a great neighbor, and I'm proud to have him as a neighbor. If anyone is in the market to not only sell a house or to buy a house in the Fancy Gap area, of course that includes Hillsville, Galax, anywhere in Southwest Virginia, he is available. Just contact me, or you can probably Google Moser Realty. He's on highway, his office is on Highway 52 in Fancy Gap, Virginia. He's always available. You can contact him 24 hours a day. In fact, contact me. I'll go bang on his door at 3 a.m. if you have a question, and I will do that. So, where was I at? Oh, okay, left lens is done. Yes, okay. It's about time he got a pair. His girlfriend Angie has gotten 2 pair from me and is about to have 3, and we're going to sponsor a trunk show where she's going to bring over all her co-workers, and I'm going to bring a few hundred frames up there for the weekend. We're going to have a wine and cheese social, and these guys are going to try on frames and buy a ton of frames from me. So I'm going to take the left lens, tuck it in at the outside corner using my thumbs, push down at the nose, it snaps right in. I'm going to take this block off, dry it off with my hand approved drying method, drop that back in there, pull the sticker away, add that. Now see, anytime something becomes unattached like that, I have to reattach it back on there. So I think it looks like a black Snapchat figure. So we're going to come down here to the lensometer, put it in just above that black dot, which is where his pupillary distance is, read the power, and I am getting plus 75. One tick mark away from 1. So you need 3 steps of magnification for your left eye. Now, most over-the-counter reading glasses start at 1 1/4. You might be lucky to find one at 1. The only problem is his eyes are different. He needs a different power in each eye. So that's why I'm custom making these for him. Now, this American Dream frame sells for $149, and of course his lenses are free. He does not need transitions or anti-glare for reading the paperwork. He won't be driving in these. He does have a pair of distance glasses that he got before he met me. I forgive you for that. Your next pair better come from me. So, but this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that there's free shipping anywhere in the US, although I'm going to deliver these to him. Up, hang on, hang on. I did not measure the pupillary distance. Let me find the center of the lens again. Put a little dot onto the lens. Is the dot there? Come on, I gotta ink this already. This ink dries so quickly. I've got to get some more ink. So let's put that back in. Measure the pupillary distance. There, that's a good blob. Now your pupillary distance is 62. Let me flip the card around. Put that on there, place the PD stick against my thumb, and when we look at it on the left lens, we're getting 62 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Now, if I can clean your lenses off, that I mentioned, when you get these in the mail, most people, when I ship, when you get them in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That is because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. Rick is the rare person who I will deliver these to and do the necessary adjustments for him. But if these are anyone else who gets a pair from me, if they're slightly crooked when you put them on, as I mentioned, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments, so just stop by and tell them if it's too loose or too tight, and they'll adjust it for you. But I'm going to get them in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take mine off, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. For those of you keeping score at home, I'm wearing the Ray-Ban 2132 new Wayfarer sunglasses that I took the dark lenses out of and I put clear lenses in. Now I've transitioned lenses so when I go outside they look dark, but they're clear inside. Let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Flip these over, press down, there is no wobble. I close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew. Of course, these are quality made frames, you never have to worry about it. I check the tension on each spring hinge, those are good. So that is it. Now, this is my best-selling frame because every guy needs a blue blazer. I was told that years ago. Every guy needs a blue pair of glasses, and not just this guy, every guy out there who's watching. It's a great color. I wear a lot of blue shirts. That's why I wear the blue glasses. But I'm going to change things up. This is my next pair of glasses I'm getting. This is the American Dream. This is model number 007. That's right. 007. I need my own theme music. Dun 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 dun. Better. Seymour better. All right. But this is color 3, which is slate with the dark green side. Hey guys, if anyone at American Dream is watching, we need a crystal frame with black temples, or this color front with black temples. The green is nice, but we need that, or the tortoise color. Just passing that along. I would love to have a crystal frame with dark tortoise temples, preferably round. This shape will work. Now mine has a keyhole bridge where it looks like you could put a skeleton key into. This is a traditional saddle bridge. I'm also going to get this color, same frame, in color 2, which is horn. It's not really a tortoise, it's layered. You can see the strata in there just like it was from an animal horn. Of course, this is not made from animal. Don't worry, PETA, no animals were harmed in the manufacturing of these glasses. Although one animal might get a little tipsy wearing these glasses, but only on the weekends and only when Rick is pouring. Excuse me, I'm all choked up. That's hard to swallow. So what I'm going to do, and it's what I do with this frame, I'm going to order one set of lenses for these two frames, and I'm going to pop out my lenses and put them into that frame depending on which one I want to wear that day, depending on the outfit that I will be wearing. Let me pop mine back in. So I do that. I've been wearing this frame for over 5 years. Every year I add a couple colors and the lens fits into that frame. I don't have to order new lenses. I first got this frame in the color of my favorite college football team that I would wear to the football games in 1997. 21 years ago is when I got this frame purely as sunglasses. And my lenses fit the frame from 1997 as well as they fit today's new colors that come out. So let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing. By the way, let me clean yours off. Now you're going to be getting my premium microfiber cloth. I also ask for a selfie request to have your picture on the website. Rick, come on now, I've pimped your business. You got to help me out with my business. I want a selfie of you wearing these out on the golf course or at your real estate office. And I'm going to give you instructions not only how to care for your frame and lenses, but for your cleaning cloth as well. So it too will last you for years. But I field test every cleaning cloth before I ship / personally deliver. So if you see a wrinkle in here, you know that it works. You can't tell me you can't get your lenses clean. Besides, I don't want to have to reach in my pocket and use mine. Yours is brand new, so I don't send out any defective cloths. I make sure every cloth is capable of cleaning before I ship. So that's it. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. You can follow me on Twitter at freerxlenses. Everyone out there, go to the website for American Eyewear. I just picked up the collection. I don't have a lot of frames on there yet, but as an authorized dealer, I can order any frame that you guys want. And of course, free prescription lenses with the purchase of any American-made frame. They have a few collections. They have one called Valor, spelled V-A-L-O-R. A portion of every frame sale goes to veterans. So that's a great one. Again, I'm trying to get them all out on my website. My loving wife is the one who updates my website. She's frantically trying to get as many frames as possible. But if you go to the American Eyewear website, you can search all their frames, see all their colors. I'll order. All frames are $149 to find. I was just reading how they started off making high-end frames, but they had trouble selling them because most people want high-end frames to be out of France or Italy. So they switch gears. You know, plans change, but the path don't. They want to make high-quality frames, but they found that people wanted everyday frames, so they started to do that for the everyday American. They only employ Americans, so they're all about U.S. jobs. Great quality eyewear for under $150. Every frame is $149. So if there's anything you want, just let me know. Transitions and anti-glare are available. So again, Rick Moser of Moser Realty in Fancy Gap, Virginia. I hope you enjoyed watching. As I said, what a great guy you are and a horrible golfer. No, I'm just kidding. He could beat me on the golf course any day. But I hope you enjoyed watching as I cut reading glasses for your American Dream 21 eyewear in size 52, color 2. Hang on. New York's calling. Let me cut that off there. And hopefully everyone else. Oh, if anyone has any questions, please email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com or simply click the contact me button on the website. Or you can leave your question in the comment section below. That way other people can read it and benefit from your inquisitive nature. So that's it. Again, contact me if there's any frames that you want. I'll answer any questions that you need. And hopefully everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.